40-minute halves, tackling, and pulling. Rugby is a physical sport with the same rules for men and women. But at Cal, it couldn't be more different. Cal's men's rugby is world famous and a varsity team. But for the women, that ranking is still beyond their reach.
We compete at the highest level there is that's offered here in the United States, and we compete hard. And I think we deserve that chance to show our campus who we are.
The women's rugby team is ranked nationally, just like the other 29 varsity programs at Cal. But their recognition on campus isn't the same.
Intercollegiate athletes, they get the perks such as early classes or like being able to pick their class schedules early before everyone. And I think we have all the same struggles, and we just don't have those advantages.
Athletic sport medicine is only available to students in the athletic department on those varsity teams. So we have to go outside the system to provide medical support and injury follow-up support for our athletes.
Ellen Owens has been with the team for 17 seasons. She has served as the head coach for 9. Unlike varsity teams, Coach Owens says she does not get special recruitment interest for any of her players.
We do have access as a sport club to the Special Interest in Talents program that the admissions department runs, and that is the same program where a standout violinist or tuba player might get accepted as well. But my understanding is they only really get looked at for this special interest or talent that they have, in our case women's rugby players, after they've met the academic criteria.
But for team member Genevieve Ireland, the biggest advantage? Practice space.
Like as a varsity sport, we could have on-campus fields, which right now we don't have all the time. So sometimes, if we're going on campus, practice is 7 to 9, but it takes another half hour, 45 minutes, hour on either end to get there and back. So that really adds a lot to the commitment.
So the question remains, what's keeping the club from varsity rankings?
What we've been told is funding and lack of other women's rugby varsity teams on the West Coast is our holdup right now. We're hoping to overcome those by working with other Pac-12 teams to help them become varsity teams as well, and we're well on our way with funding.
With rugby approved and announced as a sport for the 2016 Olympics, the women's team is hoping it will influence school officials to move the team to varsity rankings.
After the Olympics, the community is going to explode with a sudden rush of interest from football players that realize that their skill sets could get them into the Olympics, which the NFL will never offer them.
Following official rules set by the university, the Women's Rugby Club will submit their petition at the end of the spring semester. Reporting in Berkeley, this is Tasion Kwamilele.